Like, I'm pretty sure I was born with like 3-inch heels and a blazer.
Did you? Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's recording. Hey.
It is recording. Hi.
Hi, guys. I'm more comfortable in blazers than I am in actual. Look up. There it is.
Yeah.
So we're here today to talk about you are ready to move. Now what?
Right. What's our next move? You've decided that you're no longer comfortable in the home you're living in, the apartment that you're living in, your rental, whatever.
Yeah.
What's your next step?
So I'm Kelly.
And I'm Diana.
And we're here to help you out. So your first step would be to give us a call. So we'll be able to walk you through all of the things that we're telling you about. The next step would be to find out what you're pre-qualified for.
Now, pre-qualified means what exactly?
So we have a team of lenders that we work with that no credit inside and out. There is no situation, no unique blip on credit, nothing that they haven't seen and aren't familiar with. So your first call is probably going to be to a lender after you speak with us. If you need a great lender, we've got several that we work with. And that's finding out, what assets do I have? How much can I put down on my house? And what is my maximum spending limit versus what payment am I comfortable at?
Right. What do I actually want to be putting out as my monthly
payment? Yeah.
My monthly payment.
Yeah. And so getting that part squared away is very, very important. So if you own a home, we can help you get a estimated net proceed sheet, which shows how much you expect to get out of your home once we sell it. And then if you're in an apartment, a really simple place to start is finding out how many months you have left on your lease. Are you month to month? If you can't find a home that you love right away, what is the cost of turning that lease into a month to month? Or are you committed for a long time? So finding out that time frame is very important.
Also, what is good to have in mind is what you're going to do about a down payment. That
Yes.
also coincides with if you're selling a home or if it's a first-time home that you're buying.
Yeah, Washington State Department of Housing and Finance has a fantastic program where they give you down payment assistance. And what it is, it's a silent second loan. So let's just use round numbers here. So let's say that you bought a house for $100,000. Then you have that $10,000 from Washington State Housing and Finance that sits on the loan quietly. It doesn't gain interest. You don't make payments on it until you refinance or sell your house. So it's a good way to get into a house if you qualify for it, and a good way to not have to worry too much, particularly for those first-time home buyers or for folks who are renting, because rent right now is
astronomical.
Cuckoo bananas is what I was going to say. Yeah, ridiculous.
It's a little crazy.
Yeah. And so I know it's hard to save for a down payment. It's hard to save for those closing costs. So there are many, many, many roads to Rome. So us and the lenders can help you find which road is best for you. Mm-hmm. So the next step I would say would be to take inventory. So this is the thing that I say is figure out what your current home is lacking. So for me, from my own experience, our little jovencitas could no longer share a bedroom without World War III breaking out on a daily basis. So we needed a home
with more rooms,
more bedrooms,
a little bit more space.
A lot of people need a Zoom room or a den office, because a lot of folks are telecommuting now. Do you need a larger yard? Is your dream to have big dogs? I have big dogs. I love big dogs. Is your yard too big right now? What are those pain points? Write down those pain points, those problems that you need solved in your new house. Very, very, very important. And then the flip side to that is what's working where you're at. What aspects of this home work for you? A lot of time that's location. Mm-hmm. It's style. Do you love that your house has, a lot of exterior stone or a lot of exterior brick? Very, very popular. What is it? I had one house that had hand textured walls and I just loved it. So I would also, while you're making a list of those pain points, also make a list of the things that you love about your house or about your apartment, whether it's location or anything like that. I mean, you had your first house here in the Tri-Cities was a California split. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't quite a tri-level. It wasn't quite a split entry, but you had that huge wall.
Yes, we had a huge wall. And I know a lot of people don't like the split level homes. I actually loved my home because it was so open, and I could from my kitchen, I could see down into my living room, and I really enjoyed that about our home. And that's something that would be important to me is I like the open floor plan. I like being able to, when I'm in my kitchen, I want to be able to talk to people and see the people that are in the family room or the living room, and
so nobody's cut off.
So that when I'm doing my mom stuff, I'm not cut off from the rest of the family.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I'm in exile.
So where I grew up in really formal homes, and I wanted the feel of an older home. I wanted a formal living and a formal dining. That's what I grew up with. That's what I'm familiar with. And it's great for entertaining because then the kids have their own space, to do kid things while the grownups are playing games or doing whatever after a nice get together.
Mm-hmm.
So figuring out what those pain points are and what it is that you want to bring to your next home, those things are very, very, very important. And then step 5 would be start searching for the home that you'll live your best life in. A lot of people say your dream home. And I actually just discussed this yesterday with our friend Lydia of like your dream home oftentimes is a $4 million home in Sedona. Like that's not going to happen. So I often say the home you're going to live your best life in. So when we go through, a lot of people think that, oh, I'm going to mark some boxes. I need a 4-bedroom, 2-bath in Kennewick.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of those in Kennewick. What you need is something a little bit deeper than an algorithm that says, okay, I know this area of Kennewick offers these. This area of Kennewick is under construction, and this is what these builders offer. So it's a little bit more of the nuance. So how long have you lived here in the Tri-Cities?
I've been here for, I think, 13 years now.
13 years. So of my 41 years, I've lived here 28.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So you've been here for a while.
Oh, wow. A little bit. And so what's the word I'm looking for? Sometimes language is hard. If you were moving to a new city or you were looking for something specific, would you just click something off of Amazon or would you look at the reviews?
Oh my goodness, I would look at the reviews. If I had to move again, I'd be terrified, especially if it was away from here.
Right. And so that's it, is when you have a trusted real estate advisor to help you, it's like reading the reviews of going, that neighborhood is super cute, but it's full of 1,200 square foot homes that aren't going to meet the additional space needs that you're looking for. Or, oh, you want to do new construction, that's happening in this neighborhood. Or you need X amount of whatever it is that's going to solve your problems. Here's the area that you really need to look into. For example, does Zillow know what neighborhoods the septics are failing in? Because we do.
Right. And we're not talking about picking a restaurant without checking reviews. We're talking about a pretty big investment here.
Yeah, the house you're gonna
be living in,
build your life in.
And so you definitely want to have somebody who's got your back.
Got your back, but that also knows the process that starts to sound a little intimidating once you dive into it. So to kind of recap, number 1, give us a call. Number 2, we'll help you get pre-qualified. 3 and 4, find those pain points as well as the things you like about your home. And number 5, save time by letting us help you search for the right home. So if you guys have any questions or need any additional information, you know where to reach us. Have a great day.
Bye.